But now that we've got a plan together, I think we're heading in the right direction. And then this ambulance is kind of a Band-Aid, but it also provides us with another new unit. This will be 3 new units in our fleet within two years. So we're definitely heading in the right direction. The next unit that we look to remount, that's a cheaper option would, it's a 2014, and I think it's approaching about 230,000 miles.
But it sounded like this one that we're looking at purchasing, we would get that one in a month or two. So
yes, ma'am. That's a great point. So I talked to Pinnacle again this morning. If this is approved tonight, they said that they could have us this unit by the end of March. The other 2 companies that we were talking to were the end of July. So this provides us with a little relief, especially with Medic 2 going to Pinnacle now to get remounted. So we've technically lost one out of our fleet.
Well, and let's not forget the county's paying half.
Yes, sir.
So, that's
correct.
a big deal, and we've been through all the ambulance scenarios when we did the transit plan last time.
Yes, sir. And those
So we know
2,
there's a big issue.
Those 2 that the county EMS board that just recently, those 2 that we purchased in 2020, the balances on those are due to be paid off in June. Is that correct?
Yes, end of their fiscal year
Yeah.
be June.
So that could potentially provide us with future funding of securing another remount ambulance.
Well, you're doing a good job.
That's another quick point, real quick. The EMS board, let's say when Chief Lawson went to them and mentioned the need to purchase another unit, traditionally what we've done is the city will pay for the cost of the unit up front and then do either a lease purchase or some type of financing between the EMS board and the city. So the EMS board has refunded a certain portion of the cost or has bought a full ambulance in the past and paid the city out over a term. In this case, it's been a 5-year term. Chief Lawson went to the board and said, hey, we've got to have this now. What can you help us with now? So they came up with $100,000 to match this, whereas the city fronted and paid the entire cost of the last ambulance we bought, Medic 6, the other transit. So that was $200,000 that we paid out of pocket, whereas here we're getting the same thing for $100,000, and the EMS board stepped up right away, no hesitation. So,
Well, plus those stretchers aren't cheap.
Absolutely not. No, there's nothing
remember we
cheap
bought
about an ambulance, unfortunately, and it makes it very difficult to, prepare for budget-wise whenever the money's kind of staying the same. So we're doing the best with what the cards we're dealt with.
I got a motion on it, so.
There's been a motion made by Councilman Bothroyd, seconded by Councilwoman Mills.
Yes, sir.
There's another question.
Please. What's the savings on a remount?
So a remount currently, whenever this one's completely done, it's $257,000. But then whenever you look at the same unit, brand new box, brand new everything, you're looking at well over $400,000. I think the last time I saw was $420,000, and that is without a stretcher. So you're going to be approaching $450,000.
When they do this rebuild, and I'm thinking airplanes here, they strip it down and look at the frame,
Absolutely.
make sure everything's.
Yep, put all new ductwork in it,
Welded right,
anything,
so, yeah.
upholstery's redone.
Yeah.
You're basically getting a brand new unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
So they say that you can reuse an ambulance box if it's not destroyed or wrecked 4 different times. So
Really?
you have the
This one
option of
being over 10 years old now.
Yep.
So, wow.
So that box is actually in pretty good shape, minus the paint being scraped up and stuff.
Thank you.
Rat.
Any further discussion? Dottie, you ready for the question? You may cast your vote by electronic device. Please display the board. Having received a majority of those elected to constitute the council, the motion carries. Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Item number 9 on the agenda, Myers Engineering Task Order number 153, Amendment number 2. This is discussion and possible action regarding Amendment number 2 to Task Order 153 with Myers Engineering in the amount of $2,604 for the Owen Field Softball Complex. Director Maker.
Yes, Vice Mayor, Council. Task Order 153 simply adds the testing services to the existing task order with Myers Engineering. The testing, actual testing services will be done by Burgess Testing Services.
Are there any questions?
Let's test it.
density testing for the field, soil testing, density testing for the fields. We had approximately anywhere from 9 to 12 foot of fill in some areas to make sure proper density and compaction was taken, as well as density tests along the road and the concession stand area.
Thank you. It looks good out there. I drove out about 2 weeks ago. It looks really good out there.
Thank you.
Is there a second? Or
There
can I
any,
get a
we haven't had a motion yet. Is there any
So
further
moved.
direction, questions from the director? There's been a motion made by Councilman Guthrie, seconded by Mayor-elect Robb. There's any further discussion? Are you ready for the question? Members may cast their vote by electronic device. Please display the board. Having received a majority of those elections to constitute the council, motion carries. Item number 10 is city manager's report.
Yes, Mayor and Council, I have nothing for you this evening.
In the interest of it being Fat Tuesday, I appreciate the abridged report.
Do you have a Mexican feast lined up?
Oh, can we come over?
Right.
Item number 11, requests or comments
Move right
from
along.
members of the city council. We'll start with our most, I guess you're the most senior member, aren't you, Councilman Guthrie?
I was just curious if you're having the feast and we're all showing
No,
up.
I,
I actually have nothing tonight, thank you, though.
thank you.
And Taylor's the most senior, by the way.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm old.
I guess it depends on how we count seniority.
Yeah,
I know, are you doing the age?
If you're doing age, it's me.
Councilwoman Mills,
Nothing tonight, thank you.
thank you. Mayor-elect Robb,
None for me, thank you.
Councilman Taylor.
Staff, thank you. It's great. I like what y'all broke down tonight, all of you guys. I really appreciate everything you've done. Hey, it's windy out there tonight. We've had some good rain. We'll get some more, but be careful because we were driving home and we were being pushed all over the road. So it's really, really coming along.
Tenny, any word on the lake with the rain? Too early?
I didn't get an update today, but I'm sure.
1.1 inches.
Yeah, it didn't come up much.
Being on council has ruined my nostalgia of rain, because all I think of is the lake good?
No,
You know, wanting it to come up.
it didn't come up hardly anything.
Dang, okay, sorry.
It will though. Trust me, it will.
Councilman Williams?
I appreciate all those involved in the process of seeking to save money. As an example, with the box of the ambulance remount, that's really makes me proud to know that we have people seeking that. Of course, that leaves more money in the budget for other things that you desperately need, no doubt, but it's easy to spend other people's money. So I appreciate that effort.
I second that.
All right. If there's nothing else, I will adjourn the city council meeting, item number 12, and I'll call to order our Public Works regular meeting of March 4th, 2025. I'll note that there's a quorum present of trustees. Item number 2 is the consent agenda, items A through H, which I'll note is true and correct as published. Does anyone want anything removed from the consent agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion?
So moved.
There's been a motion made by trustee Taylor, seconded by trustee Bothroyd to approve the consent agenda. Is there any further discussion? If not, are you ready for the question? The members may cast their vote by electronic device. Having received a majority of those constituting the board, the motion carries. Item number 3 is items removed. There were no items removed. Item number 4, Myers Engineering Task Order number 170 for the industrial stormwater general permit application request for the Guthrie wastewater treatment plant director maker.
Yes, Vice Mayor and Council, Task Order number 7 will cover the following phases: the Stormwater Plan 3 and the Notice of Intent form preparations. Myers Engineering will produce the plan and complete the Notice of Intent. DEQ had reached out to us and set us on a deadline date to complete this process. And this is just a task order to follow through with that plan.
Is there any questions or discussion? Not, is there a motion?
So moved.
There's been a motion made by trustee
Second.
Taylor, seconded by trustee Bothroyd to approve Myers Engineering Task Order number 170. Is there any further discussion? Not, are you ready for the question? Cast your vote by electronic device. Please display the board. Having received a majority of those elected to and constituting the board, the motion carries. Item number 5, Myers Engineering Task Order number 166, Amendment number 1. Task Order number 166, Amendment 1 with Myers Engineering Construction Material Testing in the amount of $3,489.64 for the construction of the phase of the West Side Booster Station and Connecting Mains. Director Maker.
Yes, again, Vice Mayor, Council, this is basically the same thing that we did to Owens Field, adding, amending Task Order 166, Myers Engineering, adding the construction material testing. This testing will take place where the actual booster station will set in place. Again, it's density testing so that we don't have settling take place and once the prefab building is here to be delivered.
So moved.
There's been a motion made by trustee Bothroyd. Is there a second?
Second.
There's been a motion made by trustee Bothroyd, seconded by trustee Taylor. Motion has been made and laid upon the table. Is there any further discussion? If not, the members may cast their vote by electronic device. Please display the board. Having received a majority of those elected to and constituting the board, the motion carries. With that, we reach item number 6, and we are adjourned.
Record time.